What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. Let's start this video off with a clip of this guy driving on the shoulder, and it just takes a ton of confidence to just make your own lane on the shoulder, especially in front of a cop, as you can see where this cop's following behind and pulls him over, and you just know that this guy's not walking away from this with a warning. Terrence captures this video at this Honda trying to drive down the hill, I guess to take a look at the cherry blossoms or something, and results in them getting stuck on the hill and the tow truck has to pull them out of it. Just how embarrassing is that? So the backstory to this video is that Raichu BRZ told me that this Mustang was wanting to race him at the Granville Island area of all places, and we all know the stereotype of Mustang drivers losing control, and unfortunately for this guy, he further perpetuates a stereotype by smashing right into the post and just piecing out of there. So this is an interesting crash video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. So this driver is going to try and do a U-turn in the worst possible spot, and this driver behind him can't stop in time and smashes right into the back of him. But I feel like, how is that driver supposed to predict that happening before it happens? So the minivan driver up ahead is assuming that this white truck is going to turn right, and unfortunately for them proceeds through, which just results in an accident from a wrong assumption at the wrong time. Jesse captures this cyclist in North Vancouver making this wild left turn, doesn't even shoulder check or look behind him or signal or anything. And yeah, it's so amusing because then now he's going to do his signal as if, oh, okay, now it's okay. Like, dude, doing it 5 seconds earlier probably would have been a better idea. Richard captured this insane video downtown where this pedestrian almost loses his life or is seriously injured because of a split second poor decision. Like, I'm not really sure what's going through his brain here. He doesn't even try and look right, but this could have almost ended his life. Unfortunately for Dan, he was involved in this car accident where this Infiniti runs the stop sign and then proceeds right to the far left lane, which unfortunately Dan is occupying at the time, resulting in this crash. And you can see the Tesla side camera there, just complete carnage here. I don't understand these drivers. If your car can barely fit into this lane, it's probably not a driving lane. I see so many of these videos in Stanley Park and whatnot, and I just don't understand it. Here's another insane video captured by Phil where this ambulance gets T-boned running the red light. Their lights aren't on, so it doesn't look like it's an emergency situation. I'm just really hoping that there wasn't somebody inside of it or the paramedics were injured, but man, what a crazy crash. The city of Vancouver spent a lot of money on bike lanes, as we all know, but it looks like this cyclist doesn't want to use them, resulting in him almost becoming roadkill by turning left right in front of a car. And what's amusing to me is that he just decides he's giving up on life and he's just going to go to the side like everybody else. So here's 3 other videos where these pedestrians almost become roadkill as well, starting with this one from Kai Kemp 28. I gotta say, I'm not sure who's driving this blue car, but if this is a new driver, they've got great reaction skills in this situation. And then this pedestrian can see multiple cars coming at her at once, but she doesn't seem to be too concerned. I mean, she's walking slowly, but she just keeps proceeding through as if it's totally okay. Victor captures this video where this pedestrian and his dog are talking to the occupants of the red car. People are trying to get around them because they're like, what the hell is going on here? And then this guy just runs out with his dog, doesn't even try and look right in either lane, and just puts his dog and himself at risk. So I slowed down this video at 50% speed, but it looks like this giant truck drives this white car off the road, and it's just like, wow, this is why these kind of truck drivers scare me. So I recorded this video of this driver over on my side of the road overtaking this garbage truck, and just a reminder to you all, okay, if the obstruction is on your side of the road, you have to yield to drivers on the opposite side, where this guy just doesn't do that at all. So this is one of those classic blind leading the blind videos where these guys are both driving down the bike lane, and you can see this cop drives right past it and doesn't even react. He's probably just so used to these kind of drivers. Up next, we got some people doing some dumb right turns, starting with this driver who just makes his own right turn here. And I've been seeing a lot more of these kind of videos, and they just kind of really seem to bother me because this just seems to be normal everyday driving for a lot of people now. Alvin sent in this video where this white van makes this right turn, and what's funny to me is that he seems surprised that this black van is going to turn left in front of him, which he was probably signaling to do anyways. And then MJ sends in this video of a wild right turn where this car just doesn't even yield to anybody and just goes for it. These kind of videos terrify me. I'm so happy for this white car to the left that they noticed that this guy was going to run this red light before proceeding through, because they could have died in that split second. So keep your eye on the right hand side of the screen. This red SUV is going to pull this wild stunt to go through the red light, and they just must be so motivated to get somewhere, because I just don't understand how a reasonable person would do that. Here's a red light runner not paying attention, and as you can see, he has to improvise very quickly. So Dan backs into this spot right behind this silver Civic, and unfortunately for both of them, I guess the Civic forgot to check the back mirror and just assumed Dan wouldn't be there, which results in a couple $1,000s in damage. Cameron also got into a fender bender. The problem is this one was a little bit more significant, so hard that the dash cam just falls right off the windshield. And take a look at this photo of a damage from behind his vehicle as well. This was definitely more than a few $1,000s in damage. So let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Is this a road rage situation? Is this driver just careless? Not really sure what's going on, because it looks like they're just careless at this point. They have no idea where their wheels are in relation to the lines. But then here, it almost looks like they drive right into the front of Black Bean's car. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. These kind of videos are just so infuriating. Like, why would people try moves like this? Why would he try to make a left turn? He could have just pulled in behind the car to the left. Like, it just pisses me off so much. Here's another one of those scary situations where if this pedestrian hadn't been paying attention, he would have been roadkill for sure. Burhan captures this wild video where he loses control and ends up in the gas station. I am just so glad that they have these metal posts there to protect the drivers and the gas underneath. If this guy had just looked left for a split second, this would have all been avoided. So I'll admit, in this video, Shangdong should have probably let this driver in, okay? But this Cadillac driver is just so eager to get into this right lane, he almost smashes right into this Mazda to do so. As you guys all know, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people don't take accountability. Like this driver right here. So Moranth is going to honk at him because, well, he proceeds right through a left turn lane and almost hits Moranth in the process. But instead of, waving and saying sorry, he stops just to piss him off. Like, just unbelievable. These kind of videos make my blood boil. Joe records this driver who just really should just not be on the road anymore. So first of all, they cut off Joe doing a U-turn at a controlled intersection, which is illegal, especially if you're going to cut people off. And then fast forward just a little bit later on, and then almost gets in an accident just making a right-hand turn because, again, they don't yield. Ryan captures another U-turn driver, and again, common sense would say if you can't see, don't do it, but this guy's gonna go for it anyways. This cab driver just does the signature cab driver move. No yielding and no signaling. I feel like people need to be more in the habit of turning into the lane closest to them, because then situations like this wouldn't happen. Sophia almost gets hit by this driver up ahead, and what's confusing to me is how this Mercedes doesn't anticipate other cars being in that right lane, even though, as you can see, there's a red SUV up ahead and there's probably cars behind Sophia. Here's another classic bad driver move. If you're about to get into an accident and you're cutting somebody off, don't hit the brakes. Here's my last word of wisdom for you all. When you're in situations like this where there's two left turn lanes, don't cross over a solid white line when people are approaching. Alright, so I don't anticipate being able to do another video in the month of April, so I'm going to be giving the April $100 Black Box My Car credit now for this video, and this month's winner is Terrence Ow. So congratulations, Terrence, on winning $100 to Black Box My Car, and again, a big thank you to Black Box My Car for sponsoring this giveaway. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to submit video to me, you can email me. My email address will be in the link in the description below. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram as well.